Kevin, you play a lot of bad guys. How much fun is it to play a bad guy, a bad cop, trying to be a better cop, who's forced to be a bad cop?
Well, is he a bad cop doing good things, or is he a good cop doing bad things? You know what I mean? It just depends. You know, every week it's, you know, every week you're like, it's great because when they send me down the script, I look at it, I go, okay, am I getting the good Fusco this week, or am I getting the bad Fusco this week? You know, and to play characters that have that, you know, that sense of duality and that kind of, you know, anti-hero. It's great to play the anti-hero because I think it's the most interesting characters to play. You know, because they're so multi-layered and they're so dynamic and they're so conflicted, and the moral compass goes over here and over here, and you know. So I mean, I love to play those characters because there's no boundaries, you know, and you don't judge them. What you do is you play them as truthfully as possible, and you leave that to the viewership. You let them determine whether or not they like them or whether they don't like them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You had a couple of close calls this year.
I did.
Were you ever concerned?
Yeah, there was a couple times. Yeah, there was a couple times I thought old Fusco was going to buy the farm, but you know, I think the character is, you know, you look at the other characters on the show. I think Fusco is that character that kind of grounds it and gives it a real sense of reality, because he's this blue collar, you know, working class anti-hero, and I think that kind of pulls, because, you know, the Reese and Finch and even Carter, you know, they're, you know, like she's, you know, this Iraqi war veteran, single mom, this cop with a chip on his shoulder, extremely beautiful, you know, that those are characters that can take flight, you know what I mean, and evolve off to a place where they almost become unbelievable. You know, but I think the Fusco character pulls all that, and the same thing with Finch and Reese's character, kind of pulls that all back down and gives it and grounds it and gives it a sense of reality. So that's what I really like about the character. It's another dynamic that I really enjoy.
Last question: do you ever think Fusco and Carter will get to the point where they realize they're actually on the same side?
I think she got the hots for me. Look at this. Come on. It was like